Lyttelton isn't just a beautiful hillside community, it is also a bustling, thriving and very important port, a vital link in the regional economy. Damage from the quake was severe and the resulting insurance claim, believe it or not, is thought to be the largest single corporate claim ever in the history of the Southern Hemisphere.
You know, there were a series of earthquakes, and I think that was part of the difficulty that people had, that we had 3 major earthquakes really over 8 to 9 months. When it happens, it's a very scary time for people. It's a time of great uncertainty. You know, right from the very start of not knowing whether your loved ones are alive, right through to do you have a job, is the port going to be operable, and how do you go forwards? First weeks were very uncertain, not knowing what we had and where we were going to, and very much hand to mouth. You know, on one hand you're looking at your infrastructure and working on that, you're trying to understand what the requirements for Christchurch are, how we make sure that the essential services get through. For a while it was food and water, then it was medical supplies as well, making sure there were enough of those coming in, and equally at the same time ascertaining where our people were, because we found out within the first 48 hours that over 40 of our people had lost their homes. So we had to help them and to make sure that they were okay. We've just got a really special crew of people here, particularly when you see what they've been through for the last couple of years with earthquakes and things. Our guys just stump up and do the job every day. The container cranes, 2 of them jumped off their rails, so you're talking about 1,000-ton machines actually coming off their rails totally and sitting up. A lot of distortion to the yard layout, and the walls themselves had actually moved seaward. We've got a very interesting period in front of us because we've got a growth scenario with a rebuild overlaying that. Navis has really given us that ability to keep growing, because Navis allows us to keep expanding without having any barriers. When I think about the port, for example, you get to a certain stage and you need more berths, more land, more cranes. With Navis it's seamless, so you can just keep expanding your volume without hitting major blocks to that increase in growth. When you take a new system and place it in somewhere like the container terminal, if it goes wrong, you have serious business problems. For us, we knew we could trust Navis. We see the Navis product continuing to expand as we expand. The exciting challenges are around growth and developing new facilities and having larger areas that we can operate into. So it's exciting to think that though we've been through some major shocks and turmoil with earthquakes, we will actually end up with a far better port at the end of it. We see ourselves becoming in time the major and probably the only in the long term international container terminal in the South Island, and that will lead to larger ships, larger exchanges and larger volumes.